I thought my graduation day was ruined when my sister announced her pregnancy. Then Mom did something I'll never forget. I, 24F, had been looking forward to my graduation party for months. After 6 years of grinding through a double major in engineering and business, countless all-nighters, and working part-time to help with expenses, I had finally made it. My parents had insisted on throwing me a celebration at their house, inviting our extended family and my closest friends. The day started perfectly. The weather was ideal, sunny but not too hot. Dad had spent the morning grilling while Mom decorated the backyard with blue and gold streamers, my university colors, and arranged platters of my favorite foods. Everyone mingled comfortably, congratulating me and asking about my new job that I was starting in 2 weeks. For once, I felt like the center of attention in my family, and I was soaking it in. My older sister arrived late, as usual. She's 27 and has always had a flair for dramatic entrances. I noticed she wasn't drinking, which was odd since she usually heads straight for the wine at family gatherings. She kept whispering with her boyfriend of 8 months, both of them exchanging these secretive looks that I couldn't quite read. It happened just after my parents brought out the cake. Mom had just given a heartfelt speech about how proud they were of me, and people were dabbing at their eyes. Dad was about to say a few words when my sister clinked her glass loudly. "I know today is about my little sister," she announced, her voice carrying across the yard. "But I have some news that I just can't keep to myself anymore." She grabbed her boyfriend's hand and beamed. "We're having a baby." The silence that followed was deafening. Everyone's eyes darted between my sister's glowing face and mine. I felt the blood drain from my cheeks as my moment evaporated. My dad's mouth hung open mid-sentence, the words he'd prepared for me forgotten. And then my mother did something that shocked us all. She laughed. Not a joyful, excited laugh of a soon-to-be grandmother, but a cold, almost bitter sound that cut through the awkward silence. "Of course you are," she said, setting down her glass with deliberate care. "Of course you'd choose today of all days." Her voice was eerily calm, but I could see the storm brewing behind her eyes. My sister's smile faltered. "Mom, aren't you happy? You're going to be a grandma." Mom looked directly at her. "I'm thrilled about a grandchild. The timing of your announcement, however, is another matter entirely." The tension was palpable. Guests started to shift uncomfortably, some suddenly becoming very interested in their cake. "What's that supposed to mean?" my sister demanded, her pregnancy glow quickly replaced by a flush of anger. "It means," Mom replied, "that for once, just once, this day was supposed to be about your sister. 6 years of hard work, graduating with honors, landing a job at one of the top firms in her field. Today was her moment to shine, and you couldn't stand it, could you?" My sister's boyfriend tried to interject, but Mom held up her hand, silencing him. "No, let me finish. This isn't about the baby. This is about a pattern that's gone on far too long." She turned to address the now captive audience. Since they were little, whenever one had something special, the other had to find a way to overshadow it. I wanted the ground to swallow me whole. Yes, there had always been a rivalry between us, but to have it aired like dirty laundry in front of everyone was mortifying. "That's not fair," my sister protested, tears welling in her eyes. "I'm genuinely happy for her. I just thought. You didn't think." Dad finally spoke up, his voice uncharacteristically stern. "Or maybe you thought too much about exactly what you were doing." My sister turned to me, her expression pleading. "I didn't mean to steal your thunder. I was just so excited, and everyone was here already." I didn't know what to say. Part of me was hurt. This was supposed to be my day, after all. But seeing her standing there, pregnant and being publicly scolded, made me uncomfortable. "It's fine," I mumbled, though it clearly wasn't. "No, it's not fine," Mom insisted. And then she did the second unexpected thing of the afternoon. She picked up her purse and car keys. "I need some air. Congratulations on the baby. And congratulations again to my youngest, the graduate." She gave me a quick kiss on the cheek and walked out, leaving a stunned silence in her wake. Dad looked torn about whether to follow her or stay. He opted to remain, trying awkwardly to salvage the party. "Who needs more cake?" he asked with forced cheerfulness. The party limped along for another hour before people started making excuses to leave. My sister and her boyfriend departed early, her makeup streaked with tears. I helped Dad clean up in silence, both of us processing what had happened. That evening, Mom still hadn't returned. Dad tried calling, but she didn't pick up. Around 9 p.m., I decided to try texting her myself. "Are you okay? Everyone's worried." 3 dots appeared immediately. "I'm at the beach." Needed to think. The beach was her special place, where she went to sort through difficult feelings. I grabbed my keys without hesitation. "I'm going to find Mom," I told Dad. It was a 20-minute drive to her favorite spot. The sun had set, but there was still enough twilight to make out her silhouette sitting on the sand, shoes off, staring at the waves. I sat beside her without a word. For a while, we just listened to the rhythmic sound of the water. "I'm sorry," she finally said. "I ruined your party." "Mom." No, let me finish. I've spent years trying to balance attention between you two, making sure neither felt less loved. But today I couldn't pretend anymore. Your sister has always needed to be the center of attention. Every accomplishment of yours, she's found a way to redirect the spotlight. Your high school graduation? She announced she was moving in with her boyfriend. Your college acceptance? She got a tattoo and created a huge drama about it. I hadn't realized Mom had noticed these patterns too. I'd always thought it was just my own resentment speaking. But she's pregnant, Mom. That's huge news. Yes, it is. And I am happy about becoming a grandmother. But she could have waited one day, just one day, to share her news. Instead, she chose the exact moment your father and I were celebrating your achievement. I picked up a handful of sand, letting it run through my fingers. Do you think she does it on purpose? Mom sighed deeply. I don't know. Maybe not consciously. But the pattern is too consistent to ignore. We sat in silence again before I asked the question that had been bothering me. Why did you finally say something today after all these years? She turned to look at me, her eyes reflecting the last light of day. Because I saw your face when she made her announcement. And I realized that by trying to keep the peace all these years, by never addressing it, I've been letting her take moments from you that you deserve. I failed you by not setting better boundaries. I felt a lump form in my throat. You haven't failed me, Mom. I have. But I'm trying to make it right. She took my hand. I am incredibly proud of you. Your quiet determination, your hard work, the way you support others without needing to be the center of attention. Those are rare qualities. Don't let anyone dim your light, not even family. We hugged, and for the first time in years, I felt truly seen by my mother. When we returned home, Dad was relieved to see us both. Mom called my sister that night for a long, private conversation. I don't know exactly what was said, but the next morning, my sister came over alone. She looked nervous as she sat across from me at the kitchen table. I'm sorry, she said simply. Mom made me realize what I've been doing. I didn't see the pattern until she pointed it out. I nodded, not making it easy for her. I want to make it up to you, she continued. I told Mom and Dad not to throw me a baby shower. Instead, I want us to have a proper celebration of your graduation. Just that. No baby talk. It was a genuine olive branch. You don't have to do that, I said. The baby is important too. She shook her head firmly. No, Mom was right. There's time for that later. This time should be about you. We're having the do-over party next weekend. My sister has been surprisingly respectful of the boundaries we've established. Mom seems lighter somehow, as if speaking her truth lifted a weight she'd been carrying for decades. As for me, I'm starting to understand that family dynamics aren't static. They can change, even long-established patterns, if we're brave enough to acknowledge them. My graduation party may not have gone as planned, but what came out of it might be more valuable than any celebration could have been. Sometimes, it takes an unexpected reaction to finally address the elephant in the room. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with friends or family who might enjoy it too. Your support means a lot. And if you have any thoughts, questions, or story ideas, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next story.